my special. Apologies for just the broadcast broadcast cutting out then. Just checking the battery level. Right, before we get into this, I'm just going to uh, put my channel into the chat. As always, brilliant. That is, we are live. Well, up and running. Welcome, everyone, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, to my Guy Fawkes special. I was going to try and do it yesterday, but I heard that 3 lots of Boeing cargo planes, jam-packed with PlayStation 5s, entered the UK. So I went off to my local game store and see if I can get one. Fortunately, couldn't. But couldn't get one since November 2020. So, oh well. When I got back, I was really exhausted, so I just didn't get time to go down to this. But I did say I'll try and get around to doing it. But we're going to do it today. Okay, first things first. We are now no longer surviving, but we are in creative mode. That means my trophies have been automatically turned off. But luckily I've got most of them already, and with the I just had a connection notification just now. Let me just check. It came up on the live screen. We should be still live. We are live. Let me just do a little jiggle on the screen. Let me just check. Make sure the quality's still good. Yeah, the quality's still good. Okay. As I was saying, where was I saying? Oh yes, trophies. I've got most of them, and I'll just do other ones in my own time. So, if anyone who doesn't know this, once you activate creative mode in Minecraft, if you're a trophy hunter, don't do it. Okay, you will stop getting trophies. Okay. Right. Next, I'm going to go into settings, and I am going to show you a thing I've did. So we're in creative mode, peaceful, and one of the things I have done, let me just, is activated cheats, always daytime, do not, daylight cycle has been turned off, and it should be here somewhere. Where is it? Did we go past it already? Is it in controls, multiplayer? No. I did see it earlier. Fire spread. I turned on caves and cliffs, but I can't see in the menu. That's weird. Oh, there. Do you see it? There. Here we go. Caves and cliffs is activated. This world is a copied world from my other world. So whatever I do in this world will not be in the original world. Whatever I do in the original world will not be in the copy world. This is a copy world since I've activated caves and cliffs, meaning the caves and cliffs update with caves and cliffs are in here. I did see a warning stating that the system might not work and glitches could occur, blah blah blah. But all the stuff I've built is still there, so it should be fine. Right, shall we get started? So first things first, let's hit not that one, triangle. Okay, and we're gonna so unlimited blocks, and I've got everything set up for it. So I've got a wooden platform, some bit of hay, armored stand, armor, and fireworks. So let's change into first person, and I'm going to double tap to lift myself off the ground and start flying. I think I'm going to remove my map as well so I can have better visuals. Right, we are by the summer house, and this is where we're going to do it. So what we're going to do is, I think, so I've got unlimited blocks, so I can just place as much blocks as I need. Don't need to get the resources. In a bit, I'll tell you how creative mode works for anyone who, when I explored caves and cliffs a while back, I kind of explained how creative mode works. But first, let's build our platform. Let's think. You want a good little box. Okay. We're gonna actually we'll put that there, and then okay, so we have got the bonfire, we've got our Guy Fawkes on the top, and we've got some fireworks. I can't figure out how to clear. I don't know why I can't clear this. This is not a thing. I think I'll have to. I'll just put them in inventory for now. Normally, in create mode, you can clear the bottom row, but it says if I just put the hay in here. Oh, I can put the fireworks in this box. Did not know that. Can have it in the fireworks in my other hand. That says take half, quick menu. See, I still haven't figured out how to get rid of the items I don't want anymore. Unless there's something in the settings I haven't looked at. I'll figure out another stage. Right. Probably I just need to activate something. I probably haven't clicked on something. Right. Okay. So let me explain how creative works. We've got a bit of time before we can light this on fire. Actually, before we do that, let me just get some flint and steel because we'll need to light this on fire. So, Fuller. Flint and steel. There we go. Okay, creative mode. Right. Let's go from here. This is what you see when you start creative mode. Unlimited blocks. Okay, the blocks will never run out. Certain items like spawn eggs and picture frames, you can only do so many until you reach the maximum spawn. But for the most of the time, these blocks are unlimited. I don't think they can run out. Yeah. And this is your search bar at the top. So if anything you particularly want, block wise, like your wood or whatever. So if I wanted, let's say, bricks. So if I put in BL, I think it's an E next. No. Oh, look, there we go. Bricks. BR. It's BR, not BL. Bricks. Okay. So if I wanted bricks, I type in bricks and get what I want. So let's see if I can just BR. Let's see. Let's have a look at that. BR I CK. So CK search. So these are all the bricks. So we've got all the bricks. So yeah, that's basic. This is pretty straightforward. If you leave the spacebar empty, it will have it all in order of like how Minecraft has set it. So it will be wood first, then walls, then fences, then stairs, then doors, then trapdoors, then glass, then slabs. Yeah, you got your smooth stone, your chisel stone, your honey, your wall, your concrete. I don't know, lime. Concrete, really? Your powder. Concrete. I think that says concrete. Your dirt. Your terracotta. Your trees. Your farming, vegetables, underwater plants, dyes, ice. Your amethyst meat, mushrooms, spawn eggs, so spawning creatures, your armor, your weapons, your arrows, more food, your potions, your beds, the candles, crafting equipment. I always call that your signposts, your records, random utensils like emeralds and clay, your enchanted books, your boats, your rails. Then you got your banners and then your fireworks, and then the fire stars. What I think are like explosives. Whew. Right. Scroll back up. Then you got in this section you got all your nature stuff, all your stuff what comes from nature. Then you got all your practical bits and pieces. Things what might have more than one. So you got candles, for example. You click on that, and it'll show you all the different colors of candles, and then you unclick it, and it just goes back to candles. You got your weapons, of course. You got and then I think you got your like not nature bricks, but your normal stuff like doors and whatnot. Personally, search engine is pretty good for me. if you go into the book and chest, you got your normal inventory, and then the 9 hotbar, your armor, your shield icon, your crafting. Then you just got that on its own. If you click on it again, that one was bring up on the left hand side. It will have the endless infinity blocks. Right hand side, it will have your normal crafting, storage, and hotbox. I'm going to keep this one up because then you can see both. Don't know how to delete the there was a way to delete the hotbar, so I can quickly just put in blocks. I'll look into that. They might have done an update where you can't get rid of it anymore. What would be a nuisance. But yeah. So that's basically it. The only other thing with creative mode, flying. So you on the controller for PlayStation. I don't know what it would be for PC or Xbox, but I'm guessing Xbox would be roughly the same. What you do on the PS4 controller is double tap X to go into fly mode, hold down X to go up, and then right on the right on the stick, so your right stick where the camera is, if you hold it down, that's your descend. So elevate, descend, or your up, down. Left, what is your move normally? Double tap that forward is your sprint, and when you're flying you could go whizzing around in the air. Right, so that's basically it. There is one more. If right on the D-pad or the arrow keys or whatever you want to call it, you chat box, and as moderator, the owner of the server, I got slash commands. Like I can set the spawn, so when people spawn, they'll spawn here. I can teleport to myself, to or where I want to teleport. Set the time. Always days enabled, so I have to take that off. And then weather. So you got clear, rain, thunderstorms. You can also manually type it in as well. What's this text box? Mute all chat. Text speed for chat. North. I could change the. Oh, let's put. That looks more neater. How about that? Change the colour. If I type in, let's say, hi. That comes in purple. Huh. Nice. Honey Badger GNL says hi. So yeah, that's creative mode, and every week when I do Minecraft, we'll be doing it now in creative mode. So right, Guy Fawkes. So we built our bonfire, of course, and I've got a couple of fireworks we can set off. Not now, later when at the near the end of the year, I'll get it to night time. We'll light the bonfire on fire and we'll light the fireworks. Um, on the Halloween special, I already told the story of Guy Fawkes, and this is how I got the idea. But if anyone who didn't watch that video, I'm going to tell you again, and I think I'm going to go into a bit more detail. Um, and then I'm going to explain about the bonfire, and then, or like the fireworks, and then that'll be it. Right. So, November the 5th, every year. And so there's a little rhyme. So the rhyme goes like this. Remember, remember, the 5th of November, gunpowder treason plot. Okay? And the story of this rhyme and the reason why in the UK we celebrate Guy Fawkes Night. There was a man called Guy Fawkes, state the obvious, who was Catholic. And him and 13 other Catholics hated the king. The king at the time was James the First of England or James the Seventh of Scotland. It was a joint name. Okay, the king was a Christian, a Protestant, if I pronounce that right, and he didn't trust Catholics or people who support the Catholic religion. Still to this day, no monarch of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland can be Catholic. You have to be Christian, Protestant. And it kind of goes not it doesn't I don't it kind of goes, the fact is the reason why we don't allow Catholics, if I remember my history correctly, is why do we not just like we don't like Catholics? It's not because we don't like Catholics. It's let me it's oh man, I got a book of history here. Let me look it up. Knowledge is key. We goes back to the Stuart era, what is a period in time where people from Scotland oh, here we go. Got Guy Fawkes here. People from Scotland, the monarchy in England went dry, and there was bloodline in Scotland, and the last name was Stuart, spelled Stuart, and S at the end because there was multiple. So the family of Stuarts took the throne of England and also Scotland and started the Stuart era. And the reason why we don't like Catholics is, after James the First of Scotland and England, he had a son called Charles the First, who was also, I think he was also he was Catholic, but he was meant to be more Protestant. And the thing, he also was used of ruling like by himself with an iron fist type thing. Um, and so sorry, my mind's just going completely blank. Charles the First, the son of James the First, in Scotland, and my Scottish people who watch this can back me up on this. The kings of Scotland, they were in charge, okay? They ruled, okay? But the kings of England were in charge, but they also had to listen to the advice of Parliament. And Parliament and elect by people who got elected in had to work together. The king did not like that, King Charles the First, so he got rid of Parliament, and then after getting in trouble with went to war with the Scots or the Irish, or one of the two, he brought back Parliament, but Parliament didn't like that, so they kind of like wanted to be independent, and they started an English Civil War where people who supported Parliament, okay, for Parliament ruled by Oliver Cromwell, and people who supported the king, the royalists, supported the king, and they fought together. When the war ended, the parliamentarians won, the king lost. Okay, they executed the king and for treason, and a man called Oliver Cromwell, who was Lord Protective, ruled England and the UK. And this man, Oliver Cromwell, was a bit of not nice. He banned Christmas, sport, theatre, and whatnot. And when he died, they decided to bring back Charles I's son, Charles II, and he became king. The monarchy was restored. And ever since then, they decided that, well, we want the monarchy back, but we don't want this whole faffle of the monarchy being Catholic and whatnot, to what led down the route of in my histories, and my mind's just going blank. I'm sorry, guys. I'm having a moment here. Okay, sorry. Sorry, my mind just went. I just literally just lost train of thought. Yeah. So the previous king, Charles the First, was, I don't know why. Why did they had to not? There was a reason why they couldn't be Catholic. Why couldn't they be Catholic? There was a reason why they could. Why couldn't it be Catholic? I think because they started a war called the English Civil War because Charles the First got rid of Parliament and then tried to bring back Parliament and started the English Civil War. Then the leaders of the parliamentarians, Oliver Cromwell, defeated the king, executed him, and then was really mean to everyone, Then they decided when he died, they brought back the monarchy. But the the first the first Stuart king. There we go. I'm getting my train of thought back now. James the First. The reason why we celebrate Guy Fawkes was a Catholic when the English throne had to be Protestant. So the whole story of me going through the English Civil War just then, I don't think Oh, and that is why still to this day, and that's why still to this day the monarchy can't be Catholic, because the king wasn't meant to be Catholic. Him being Catholic, the King Charles the First, upset Parliament. The king eventually got rid of Parliament, then needed Parliament back because of a war. The leader of the parliamentarians, Oliver Cromwell, fought the king in the English Civil War, won, executed the king, made the UK at the time, or England and Scotland, a republic. And then when this guy Oliver Cromwell banned sport and Christmas and anything what wasn't Puritan and Christian, because at that point they weren't Christian. When he died, his Charles the First's son, Charles the Second, became king. But they said, right, because of all the shenanigans with your grandfather James the First, no more Catholics. So still to that day, no more Catholics. Right, I got to it. Completely blanked out. That never happens. Right, okay, so that establishes that. Catholics are, today we don't care about Catholics, but in the monarchy, the rule states, still to this day, no Catholics. For example, in recent history, when Prince Harry married Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, she was Catholic. She had to change her religion to Protestant to marry the prince. She could not marry Prince Harry if she was Catholic. So she actually changed her religion to marry Prince Harry, and of course they live in America. They've decided to leave the monarchy for personal reasons. What's up to them? But she had to change her religion because she formerly was a Catholic. Catholics are acceptable. People can be, in this country we don't condemn Catholics. You just can't be a Catholic in the monarchy. Those are the rules. I didn't make them. But it all goes back to this period of history. Anyway, so James the First, the first Stuart king, who was the James the First of England, or James the Sixth of Scotland, joint title. He was a Protestant, a Christian man, and he hated Catholics. Okay. 7 people, no, it's not 7, sorry, 13 people who wanted to kill the king because he hated Catholics. But the most famous guy, Guy Fawkes, his job to kill the king was to light 50 barrels of gunpowder. He wasn't the man behind the idea. He wasn't. His role was to light these barrels of gunpowder. Um, but this is the guy we remembered the most. So 13 guys hated the king and wanted to kill him. The leader of this gang, who decided that they will blow up the Houses of Parliament when the king was doing his speech to the House of Parliament. He would light the fuse. So I'm going to get into the story now. So Guy Fawkes had the job of killing the king. So the plot was that they would go and get 50 barrels of gunpowder. They would take the 50 barrels of gunpowder onto the River Thames in London, take it upriver to the Houses of Parliament, then put the barrels under the House of Parliament in a cellar. Then Guy Fawkes, his job was to light a fuse and wait until the barrels of gunpowder exploded, killing the king, who was in the upper floor doing assembly, talking to Parliament. So every year the Queen, the current monarch, opens Parliament and reads a speech about what the Prime Minister and other people in government are going to do for the UK. And I think it was a similar thing back in James I's time. He was addressing the Houses of Commons and the House of Lords, or Parliament people, and that was the best time to kill the king. Yeah. One of the 13 members, what I cannot remember his name, had, I think it was a nephew or cousin, I'm not 100% sure, I feel like it might be a nephew, who was meant to be in Parliament that day. He wrote a letter stating, do not go into Parliament on the 5th of November, we are going to blow it up. His nephew or cousin, or his relative, should we say, took that to the guards who guarded the House of Parliament, found Guy Fawkes about to light the fuse to blow up the Houses of Parliament, and arrested him. Then they took him to the Tower of London, where the tower is famous for, holding prisoners and wine, and today holds the crown jewels. It's the most fortified tower ever, built by William the Conqueror, the first king of England, to set up fortifications across England in case of an invasion. So yeah, I would recommend just looking up on Wikipedia or any other website, or go to the Tower of London website itself. I probably can find a link. I might put one in at the end of the video if you're interested. But anyway, when they took Guy Fawkes to the Tower of London, they wanted to know who was behind this terrorist plot. So they tortured him by getting a hot red poker and burning his skin, and he eventually gave up information. And for punishment for trying to kill the king, he was sentenced to be hanged, drawn, and quartered. The first bit of this is hanging, where a piece of rope will go around the neck, and he will fall from a platform, and he will be strangled. Normally in a hanging, the rope itself will snap your neck and you automatically die, but they made sure that he wasn't going to die lightly. This guy was a traitor to the crown. He tried to kill the king, so they were going to make him suffer. So first they strangled him by a piece of rope, and just before he died, they cut the rope. Then the next is drawn, where they shackled by using chains to his wrists and shackled him to a cart. Now, outside of Tower of London, there's cobbled roads, Roman roads. And what they did is got him barefoot and shackled him to a cart that was attached to a horse. They kicked the horse, and the horse dragged him over the cobbles barefoot. So that is the drawn bit. And the final stage is quarter, where they got a knife, they strapped him down to a table, and when he was still alive, they cut him from his chest down his gut, and then across the other side, making a cross in his belly, pulled out his guts, and eventually he would have bled to death. Then they beheaded him and put his head on a spike on the Tower of London as a warning to any traitors. And that is the end of Guy Fawkes. I do apologise for me blanking out and telling a bit of history what probably didn't need mention, but anyway. So every year on the 5th of November, remember the 5th of November, Gunpowder Treason Plot, what is tomorrow. What we do every year, we celebrate the king surviving the evil plot. We light a bonfire, and we burn a what looks like Guy Fawkes on top of the bonfire. That's what we got right here. And we also celebrate the explosions of the gunpowder with fireworks. I don't know where the bonfire bit comes from, I think they might have burnt his body after he was hanged, drawn, and quartered, and his head put on a spike. I think they burnt his body, so that's probably what that symbol is. It's just over time, it was a thing. And actually, Bonfire Night in the UK, I found this out recently, from 1853, it was mandatory. You had to go and do Bonfire Night, and you'll be fined if you didn't. So yeah, it used to be mandatory. Now it's optional. So we take our monarchy very seriously. That if you do an act of treason, you will be hanged, drawn, and quartered. Well, back then. Now I think you get something called high treason, where you get life imprisonment. I think that back in the 60s, the last time someone tried to kill the Queen they used a blank, and they aimed their gun where the Queen was doing a parade on her horse back in the 60s, and that was the last attempt on her life. Yeah. But these days, people are like, with the monarchy, it's like Marmite. It's little food in the UK we have. And there's a saying that you either love it or you hate it. And some people in this country just don't care. It is what it is. Monarchy, I like the monarchy, don't like the monarchy, or I don't really care. So, it's more of the monarchy itself is more, these days, are more as a thing we just have. It's just a tradition. It's not as grand as it once was. It's more of it's just something what the UK has. Me personally, I'm a royalist. I support the monarchy. I like the system. Every country has its own system. So Republican countries are the most prevalent, where you have a president. You have In Germany, they have a chancellor. You know, in Cambodia, they have elective monarchy, where the monarch is elected by, but it has to be royal blood. Vietnam and China is a communist country, and everyone's favorite country, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, or North Korea, is a Republican Democratic dictatorship, or not. Depends how you want to think it is. Yeah. But yeah, the UK is a monarchy, and it's doing okay. It's got some bumps at the moment, but you know. Anyway, so yeah, there's not much else to say. It's just every 5th of November. This is what we do. We burn some wood and an effigy of Guy Fawkes. I think effigy is the right word. A figure of him. Entity maybe is it. And we like some fireworks. It's just a UK holiday thing. Yeah, it's like in America. All my American friends are watching. You guys have Thanksgiving. You know, it's the same thing. You guys have Thanksgiving. We don't have Thanksgiving. We have November the 5th. So yeah, I thought let's do a special with November the 5th. So yeah, it's not just wood and hay and Guy Fawkes themselves what gets burnt. People take old bits of furniture, bit of tables and chairs, and I think I've even seen washing machines before. So if you have anything you want to burn, lob it on. So yeah, I could have a look to see if we've got any. I could make a table and chair. There we go. I've got doors. We can put a door on. There we go. I'll fling a door on it. There we go. I've got a door. I've got a bit of fence post. What have I got steak for? Pick up a steak and a bit of wood. Bit of wooden stairs and stuff or something. Yeah. So that's basically a good old bonfire. So yeah. Right. Okay. Let's turn it to night time, light the bonfire, and set the fireworks off. I've done the history. I've done the extended history. I had a moment where I completely lost myself, and I just briefly talked about how I like a monarchy. Yeah, it's not much to do, and I explained about creative mode, but let's get on with the bonfire. So let's do this. So the first thing first, we want nighttime. What I have to go into settings and turn off daytime. So when I'm building and stuff, I like to have daytime on. I want fire spread to be on, so that's good. Do daylight cycle. Turn that off. Daylight cycle, so cycles for day and night, yeah. Okay, that should be. Let's look in my eye. Right. Okay, so time we want night. Okay, it's night time, so not really about. The sun's just gone down. It's not dark enough. There we go. Okay, so it's midnight. So let's light the bonfire. So we've got the bonfire lit. Oi! The thing falls down onto the ground. I got something in my eye. Right, that's done. Now there is one more bit left. Okay, so that'll just sizzle out now. It's time for the fireworks in 3, 2, 1, and woo! They don't go up very high. Tell you what though, I wonder if I can get can I get, let me see if I can do something clever. I want, let me see if I could. Okay. Okay. Then. Oh, I'm at. We want. Give it. I'm at. I'm gonna do something clever. Okay. And then gonna do something clever. Blowing. Oh, come on. There we go. Cursor's all. Oh. Trying to find a specific item. dust. Oh, there we go. And I want one of these. Which you probably need to get. Oh. Oh, man. We'll get some more fireworks. Okay, let's try this now. So the bonfire has been lit. We have some... Yeah. Woo. Woo. Nice. Can I what I'm gonna do is put another one of these in. Get some more dust. How far can I? Right, there we go, that's a good distance. Yeah. Right next to the bomb thingy. Did that actually go? It did, I think. Oh, those ones will be like the howlers. I like the howlers ones. They go like that. I wonder. Let's see. Let's see. Need to. I want to see if I want to. Pink. Right. Bit more fireworks. What do these fire stars do? Probably gonna regret doing this, but oh well, let's give it a go. Hey, nice. Ah. If I remember correctly, don't. I think these are like go sideways on. They might do something. Oh. Okay, let's light this again. Hooray! That was good. Nice. Hooray! That. Woo! Ah. Way! This is. I could do this all day. Woo! Well, that one just shoot up there. This is brilliant. Saying that they Woo! Right, we need to do we need to do an hour finale. Okay, let's fill up these. Alright, ready for the finale? Let's do a finale. If this is what. Oh, okay. They need to be okay, I think they need to. Okay, it needs to be staggered away. Okay, let's do the finale. Ah, if I put it over there, it will disappear. That's just. I think I figured it out. Oh, these ones are square. We want. Okay. 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 Because these are round, they were square, so they were droppers. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Way! 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 Woo! Woo! Whoa! And way! I think next year will be a bit more organised. That was my first ever Guy Fawkes night. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The actual Guy Fawkes is tomorrow. So without further ado, I'd just like to say thank you so much for watching this, and I do apologise for me having a bit of a pausey moment where I just blanked out. So thank you for being patient. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the bonfire and the history. I apologise if I got any facts and whatnot wrong. It's my first ever, and I try my best to explain it. But so this has been the special of Guy Fawkes night. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in the next video. We'll probably do some City Skylines another day, but I've been Honey Badger. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.